And we are back. Drivers ready.
Hello, world. How you guys doing, man? I'm Anthony, and this is the first beta version of the Vector28 Race Replay Analyzer. So, you got a little brief splash of what's going on if you're interested about this and how to become a beta tester. Keep watching. All right. This program started as a way to make RC race results easier to understand after the race is over. Live timing gives us the numbers, but it doesn't always show the story. Where the lead changed, who was closing in, who had the fastest lap, where someone fell off, or how race actually unfolded. I mean, Live RC does go through all that, but not the way this does. So Vector28 takes saved race data and turns it into a visual replay, driver history, track views, recaps, and analyst tools. This is still a beta, so things will keep changing. But the goal is simple: to make race data more useful, more visual, and more fun to look back on. All right. When you first open the app, it's gonna ask you to log in, put an email. You'll get a emailed and then verify your email, and then you're good to go. I'm only doing the email thing, so I can send notices about what do you call it? Updates and other stuff I'm working on. I'm working on a data logger for 28 scale cars. That's going to be cool. A dyno for 28 scale cars. I do a lot of 3D print files for the Mini Z and pan car style racing, F1, you name it. So that'll all be on my website at vector28.org. It's a basic website, just started. All right. So when you first open the app, again, you'll be asked to register with an email. Blah, blah, blah. The replay page is the main race playback screen. So, all right, in this version, let me see something here. If I go here, no, it's not. Okay. Sorry. All right, so when you download the beta, you're going to unzip it and you'll see a folder like this. You're going to click on Start Vector 28, and that should open this program in a browser. You're going to enter, and then you'll log in, go through that whole rigmarole of logging in. Let me see if this is the right version now. It is not the right version. I got too many versions. Okay, now I got the right version. So, when I ship the beta out in your archive, I'm going to kill this camera in a bit, so I'm not blocking anything. It's going to come with one SRA 28 race, a Jersey East Coast Regional, and the PN World Cup at Denver. All right. So it gives you kind of 3 examples, and we'll get more into that. I have in my version, I've downloaded every race at Small Scale Speedway, 339 races. And why do we want that? I will show you in a second here. So the first thing you're going to do, if you want to, you can open a race. Let's open the East Coast Regional. We click on it. It brings you to the replay area. On the left, you have the race browser, which will hide like this. Click on it to open, and you can go and visit a race. Now, in F1 Super Stock, let's see. I kind of did okay. It's one of my first big race, first time in like 40 years, and first big race for a Mini Z. I wasn't expecting to do that good, and I did better than expected. Go to scroll down. One of my F1 A mains, I won. Where is it? Two-wheel drive open, GTLM, stock, box stock. Where the hell's all the F1s? That's weird. I'm probably looking right at it and just not seeing it. Yep, right in front of my face. So F1 Superstock, if I click on this, it's going to load the race. Okay, what we see here is one car is missing from the starting. That's because Anthony Colandro won the first two A mains, so he sat out, but his position is still there. The replay screen is not going to know that he was pulled out of the race. All right, so how are we going to watch the race? We're going to hit start race. It's going to give you a little announcer thing, and then we're going to adjust the speed, how fast we want the race to replay back. And we can zoom in on the amount of laps shown. You can look at the whole race or zoom in and it kind of goes faster. I'll show you in a second. So let's go ahead and start the race.
And we are back. Drivers ready.
All right, so that's zoomed out. And we can zoom in. Makes it look like they're going faster. Now, each one of these lines is a lap. And you see a bunch of markers and stuff happening here. I'll explain that all. There's a legend here that explains all the markers. Okay. So I won that race. Yeah, yay me. So back up, get rid of that for a second, and we'll go over these markers. So green is a pass. If you hold your mouse over the marker, it tells you what happened. So this lost a position and had a major incident. That's probably why he lost a position. So what are incidents? Incidents are we take a baseline, which is your 5 best lap average, and anything 1 to 2 seconds over that is going to be a yellow marker. That's a minor incident. Anything 2 to 10 seconds over that average is going to be a major incident, and anything 10 seconds or over is a mechanical failure, signified by a red X. So we didn't have any failures in this race, so there's no red X's. But we can see major incidents here. We hover over it, we see a major incident. It's a plus 2.341 seconds over his best 5-lap pace for this race. And then at the end of the race, you get your race results, your winner, fastest lap, cleanest run, chaos award, person with the most incidents, and who moved up the most spots. And then each individual driver's stats. Okay. Now, there's another way of looking at this race, and we can go into the track view. And for some reason, I had made this track for the East Coast Regionals, but it's not here. So let's open up the Worlds, because this track is in there. Let's go to a race in the Worlds. Let's see, all-wheel drive open. Somebody must have won the first two, so they're not there. And let's go to the track view. In the track view, I actually made the track from the Worlds. How did I do that? I went and I looked at pictures from the Worlds and I counted tiles in the pictures. And then I went to playrc.app, which is not my website, but you can use this website to design RCP tracks, and you can recreate any track that you race on. Once you recreate that track, you're going to download the image of that. Go back to here. And then you can, what is this? Do I have two versions open? Yes, I do. Then you can go in and click background JPEG, and it'll allow you to import the image that you created in the Play RC app. The image is not enough alone to make the cars race around, so you're going to have to draw a racing line. I drew this on my laptop, which has a slightly different resolution, so that's why this is not, but I can click Edit Racing Line, click on Move Points. I can grab these points and move them out. So now that they're in the actual racing line, this is not all that important, but you can simulate your basic, racing line. And oh yeah, for each class, you're going to have different sprites. Forgot to say that too in the replay. So this was a all-wheel drive open, so you kind of get this sprite. F1 will have F1 cars, Pan cars have LMP cars, and Box Stock has just like a generic car. So I have 4 different sprites representing all the classes. All right, go back to track view. So in this view, you probably, let's uncheck edit racing line, and I'm going to save the layout. Except I have it saved as PM, and it's supposed to be, I hit F12, PN, worlds. Save layout. There we go. All right. Now, if I hit start, we don't want to watch it at this speed. It's going to be crazy. We're going to lower it down to 1. We'll hit start, and now you'll kind of see the cars going around. So, and over here is going to be your leaderboard. You're going to get markers will pop up. It doesn't, the program only knows lap times. I forgot to move this point over. I wonder if I could do that while it's moving. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Oh, if somebody's out for more than 10 seconds, they're going to get stuck there. Save layout. Uncheck edit racing line. So then this guy is out over 10 seconds. He lights up red here. When it goes Yahoo like that, that is your fastest lap, which is also represented in here by this white star, fastest lap. And again, the incidents, we don't know exactly where they happen on the track, so I just had the program is just going to randomly assign a spot where it happened. But the passes are pretty accurate. As long as one car didn't have a crash, based on the lap times, the passing will happen almost exactly where it did happen. So that's kind of useful. And you can speed this up if you want. It looks really silly. You can see different patterns and stuff. It's funny. All right, let's pause that. Now, after the race, you can go to the recap section. This is kind of cool. So for the one race that you have loaded, you get a recap. You can expand that, made to look like an old newspaper. It's going to give you a generic recap of what happened in the race. You can read through that. Down here, we have some funny advertisements. Hopefully they make you laugh. Then on this side, we have a recap for the entire event. Now, this was the Worlds. There was a lot of stuff going on, so the recap's kind of short for what actually happened. But in your generic, typical club race night, this recap is enough. If you want a more detailed recap, you can go to Generate AI Event Recap. To do that, now I think I set mine up. Did I set mine up? All right. You come over to the Import tab and the AI Race Review. I found that OpenRouter DeepSeek free will give you an API key. You need an API key, basically, to make the recap work within the program. You can pay for API keys or you can get them for free. So the free ones from Gemini and Claude didn't really work, but the DeepSeek one did. Now, I haven't tried it on this computer. It was working fine on my other computer. We could hit generate. This model is unavailable for free. It is available for free. I just have it in. I have it in here wrong, I think. Maybe it needs to be this. I'm guessing now. Sorry for doing this. Not a valid model ID. All right, let me figure out the valid model ID. All right, unfortunately, the DeepSeek model that I was using for free for 2 months straight decided not to work when I made this video. So I'm not an expert on API keys. You can pay for API keys. I don't. I use Chat GPT. So if you want, you could just go to like Chat GPT and hit copy prompt. And I have my Chat GPT here, and then I'm going to paste the prompt, upload it, and then it's going to give me a recap of the race. Now, this is what could happen inside the program if you pay for an API key or find a free API that can run inside the program for free, right? So I can copy this, go back to my app here. I can paste it, and then I can use the pasted recap, and then it comes up here, and then you can read it and give you an overview of the event, which was a lot more detailed. What is this? The PN World Cup 2025 at 5280 Raceway cranked out 199 races, 1,488 entries, and a ridiculous 36,403 completed laps, which is less of a race event and more of a temporary economy powered by AAA batteries and tire sauce. So anyway, it gives you a nice little recap of what happened, which is kind of cool. I guess just if you want to read it or use it to, um, you know, make a video about the race or whatever. So that's how that works. Maybe we'll sort some of this AI stuff in the import section here. This is where you put your AI in, and we use it in another part of the program as well. I'll show you in a second. So anyway, back to your track view. You got your recaps. Then a really cool thing. I love my analysis tab. So this is what you would see on Live RC, your position chart. Then I made a chart for lap times, the gap between the cars during the race, your 5 lap pace, your consistency. This is my favorite chart. If you hover over any one of these points, it's going to tell you your consistency at that point in the race, if the race had ended at that point, right? So look at this, 96.2 that consistency. That's amazing. Good job, Ian. Momentum chart and an incident report. My favorite are consistency and incident report. Tells you how many incidents you had, the breakdown, the percentage. Ian did amazing at only 7%. So one minor, one major incident. That's how he got that 96.27%. So these are all cool for analyzing the race. These scores up here have explanations under each one. It's just fun stuff, basically. You can turn off drivers. So if you just want to see yours, you can just see one. This is helpful too, right? Now, on to the archive. This is where you're going to see all your races. I think I showed you that a little bit already so far. Oh, no, I should be turning this off. Let's go back to analysis and just go through these real quick without my silly face in the way. And the track view, again, you have, you can decide, you can disable your markers if you want. You can run the cars in an opposite direction. Say you have an oval race, right? Let's go to the archive, small scale speedway, NASCAR. We're going to load NASCAR. Come over here, put in a NASCAR race. Go to the track view, and I'm going to pick the generic test track. So now if I ran the race, right, they're going the wrong way. NASCAR doesn't go that way. They go the other way. So you can run it in the opposite direction. So if you got an oval race, oh, by the way, this will work for any race on Live RC, but I only have sprites for on-road cars right now. I guess I should add NASCAR sprites. And the program tries to recognize what race, what class it is, and assigns a sprite to it, right? But we can add off-road and all that other stuff at a later date if we want to expand. All right, enough of that. Archive, so you can move stuff in the archives, delete them, add to favorites, so you can have your favorite events saved. You can do by oldest first or newest first. You can import and export archives, which is kind of cool. Now, drivers. Now, this one is cool. So, if I put my name in, let's start with my name. Anthony, I can't spell my own name. Anthony Soul, and show history. There we go. This is cool. So, it's giving me, now this is like 3 years, right, or 4 years worth of races at small scale speedway. These were some of my live RC IDs. These were the transponders I've used over the years. Um, so it's a lot going on here. And I sold cars and they had transponders on them. So new drivers took over. So you can come down here. There's a section. It gives you an alias, your name, and what transponder was used under that name. Tony, I was listed as Tony for a while in Live RC. Tony S may or may not have been me. The River Rats, that's when we did an endurance race. That was me. I sold a car, and I think I've already disabled. But you can include branch or exclude branch. So you see you sold a car up and it's Joe Schmo bought your car, it'll pop up and the name will be like Joe Schmo here, and you can exclude that branch. So you don't want to include the results of your sold car into your results. So now look, we have all these races that I've done, right? And we can scroll all the way back to the beginning. And it shows me basically the position. If you hover over one of these, if you click on a day, it'll expand it a little, so it makes it easier to read, right? Say like there's a bunch of races in here, so I can kind of open this up and see better. And I can click on this race. If I click on this race, it's going to load it right into the replay, and I can watch a race from 2023. Hey, right, and play it back to drivers. All right, so these were all my wins. I had 757 wins, 1,047 podiums out of 1,113 races. Average finish, average qualifying, average grid change. My average consistency for 4 years was 81.43%, which is pretty good considering how badly I did sometimes. 43,000 total laps. Now that doesn't include all my practice sessions, right? It's probably 2 or 3 times that amount, how many laps I've had. And I'm still not good, right? Still barely good. Style, I don't know what that is. But anyway, and then up here is, I think you click on this. No, this just shows all the classes I've raced in. And then down here, it's going to do a day drill down. Like, oh yeah, if you click on that day, let's go to a more recent event. Like a day like this, that was a good day for me. I won every race. So come over here and I was an F1, LiPo, 2500, Outlaw. So all the races I entered, I won that day. And then I can click on any one of those races, and again, it'll go back and load it up. Or you can come down here and look at my class breakdown of how many races I've had in each class and my consistency, average finish, and then scroll through all my races if I wanted to. Right? I can see them all. I can go up here and do like F1 only. Now this is showing all my F1 races. F1 was newer for me. I may have raced F1 a long time ago. I don't know what that is, but most of it was later on. And let's see, out of 118 races, 60 wins, 110 podiums. Not bad. So basically, you're looking at your history, right, of everything. So this is the area where beta testing is going to be. I know this video is long, but put a lot into this. A lot of thinking went in behind all this stuff, and I hope you guys appreciate what I'm trying to do here. Break all this information down so you can see it in a new, different way. You can create a driver profile and add and remove transponders if this driver lookup and the program itself can't figure it out on its own. Obviously, you have to have races downloaded into your archive. How do we download races? We can go to import. Um, go to your live RC. Let's see. Let's go to track dashboard, current event, results from other events, Tuesday club race. Now I can click on an individual race and copy that URL and import just that race if I wanted to, right? Or I can go back to the whole event, copy the URL, come over to my program. I think this is the same thing. And I'm going to load that race. Hold on. Load race. What's going on? This works every time. Not this time. It might be bugged. Oh, that's race. Load. Yeah, load night. Why do things always go wrong? Oh, load night. There we go. All right. It loaded. It worked the way it's supposed to when you push the right buttons. And from that screen, you can also save the night, and it should go into the archive. Yep, it's going to scrape all the races, and then it's going to be in here under small scale. It should be in there, and I don't think it's going to save itself separately. No, it'll be in the small scale speedway. It's still scraping, I think. Anyway, open pan. I don't think this is the race. This race here. This wasn't the night I wanted to download. Anyway, that's how you get your races. You can come over here to a track archive import, select the number of races you want and the delay between scraping. We don't want to overload live RC servers. The good thing is once you download it once, then you have it forever, and you can always view that. And please visit Live RC and click on their sponsors too, because Live RC is great, right? Any race that you load into the replay, it gives you kind of like a table you could import into a spreadsheet or use for other purposes like AI and whatnot. Oh, you can pick themes. I have some themes in here, right? I like high contrast, is kind of cool. If you have feedback, you're going to come over here and send me a little note. Hey, your program sucks. Make it better. Thanks. Anyway, and then, we're going to have advertising. This is like, if you guys want to advertise and support the cause, give me a little encouragement, buy me some coffee, whatever. You guys can advertise in here and it'll rotate advertisements. Let's see. I think that's about it. Oh, so the beta testing, because this is a beta, there will be rough edges. Some race data may not parse perfectly. Some driver identities may need cleanup. Some replays may expose old cases we haven't seen yet. And that's the point of testing. All right, we saved the event. There you go. Oh, so now if I go to the archive, it should be there. Or did it save it separately? Yeah. So I can move this into small scale speedway. And it should just move there. And next time I expand this, it'll be there. So there's going to be some rough edges, right? That's the point of testing. If something looks wrong, please send me the race, the driver name, what you expected, and what happened. The more specific the report, the easier it is to fix. And that's the basic overview of Vector28 Race Replay Analyzer. The main idea is to take race data that already exists and turn it into something racers can watch, study, share, and learn from. Thanks for helping me test the beta if you do decide to do that. And your feedback is going to shape where this goes next. So good luck and thank you. Sorry it's a long video, but thanks, man. All right. Peace out. Peace out.